Well, hi Libras, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading, and happy birthday to all you Libras out there. So, I've shuffled these cards very well already. I'm going to shuffle them just a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So let's find out what Libras can expect coming up in their life. Okay, the overall energy, Libra, of this whole reading is the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands tells me that there's something you need to say or declare. It's something that's been brewing like from the bottom of your feet, and it's going to come out your mouth. It's something about a fresh start and a new beginning, because this Page of Wands is holding on to a staff here, a fresh starts and new beginnings. So let's find out more about why this card surrounds your entire reading. Up here in your highest energy, the Ten of Cups. Wow. So this is one of the most beautiful cards in the tarot deck. Cups of love being shared. There's union between two people. This is a family situation. This is love being exchanged back and forth. This is beautiful, a beautiful card in your highest energy. Now, what is it that needs to be said about this? It's like there's something brewing. These are the two strongest energy cards in your whole reading. So it's like something is brewing that you really need to talk about, and it has to do with a fresh start, new beginning, and the Ten of Cups. So let's just read on. Next to the Ten of Cups is the Seven of Cups. You're a little confused. Perhaps there's something you need to discuss about the love, because this is Seven Cups of love, but there is definitely confusion about this love. I think there is something you want to bring out in the open that has to do with the Seven of Swords, which has you confused. This is deceitful behavior. Now, this can only be a suspicion, something that's been on your mind, maybe a rumor. It could even be a rumor that you heard. But for some reason, something is plaguing you that is going to have to come out, because it's causing confusion about the love, and it has to do with some type of deceitful energy here. Under the Ten of Cups is the Magician. So the Magician is next to the Page of Wands too, the overall energy. The Magician is about manifesting, things that you want from life. It's also about the universe reminding you that you have all the tools to make something work. So the infinity symbol is right above the Magician's head. This is the symbol of intuition and knowing. So follow your intuition. Follow whatever your gut is telling you, because you're probably right on. You have all the tools it takes to make the Ten of Cups relationship come true. You have a Cup of love. You have a Pentacle for security and stability. You have a Wand of fresh starts and new beginnings, and this is actually right next to the Page of Wands, and here's that Wands like magnified. And you have the Sword of truth and clarity. So you're going to have to get the truth and clarity about this energy right here. That's what this is all about. The Page of Wands is actually facing the King of Cups. The King of Cups is under the Seven of Swords. So a water energy might be strong in your chart or in somebody else's. That would be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. But more importantly, all these cards are male or female. More importantly, this is about the love again. It's about you wanting to pull back, or they are pulling back their love, or it feels that way. And this is something that needs to be discussed. So perhaps they're not returning the love like they used to, and that you're suspecting that there might be something they're not telling you, and you are going to ask about it because you want this fresh start, new beginning. You want this in Cups back in your life. Under the Magician, I have the Four of Swords. Yeah, you have spent time meditating. You've spent some time alone, like putting your thoughts out to the universe, seeking guidance. It's very spiritual. See the stained glass windows? Swords are truth and clarity. That's what you're seeking, is the truth and the clarity about this, whatever this deceitful energy is that has you confused about the love, because there's a couple of things going on where I think it's them that's kind of holding back their love a little. It feels like. I don't know that they really are, but you are reaching out to the universe for your truth and your clarity. And I think it's come to you that you need to say something. You can't just go on keeping this bottled up inside. You need to say something. Right under the Page of Wands and next to the Four of Swords is the Five of Cups. I call this the card of hope because this is disappointment. You're looking at spilled cups and you're feeling really discouraged in love right now, and it's mainly because of the confusion and this pulling back and the Seven of Swords energy. So you're feeling confused, but look, there's two full cups right behind this figure. So there's a lot of hope for love right behind this figure. All you have to do is turn around, and by turning around, I think you're going to have to say something. It might be out of your nature to say something. It might be uncomfortable for you to say something, but it looks to me like you're going to, in order to try to retain this Ten of Cups energy, which is just beautiful. So we have the Lover's card here right under the King of Cups and right next to the Five of Cups. The Lovers, this is the card for Gemini. Gemini might be strong in your chart someplace or somebody else's around this reading, but there's your guardian angels and spirit guides. They're trying to pull you two together. Okay, you've been lovers in another life. This is definitely a divine soulmate card. So you have been lovers in another life. This is the attraction between the two of you. It's strong. There's a strong attraction. So if they're pulling back their love, or it feels like they're pulling back their love, yeah, this would definitely cause you some confusion. So you need to talk about it. This is a divine connection. Let's find out more of what's going on for you, Libras. I feel like you're going to see the hope. I feel like you're going to get your answers about whatever it is that's bothering you and making you feel like you're not getting the love like you were getting the love. Or you want to get the love. You know, it's like, why are you pulling back? That's kind of the feeling I get. I get the feeling that this King of Cups energy is like pulling back a little bit. Okay. So up here in your highest energy line is the Page of Pentacles. So you're trying to figure it out. You're like, is this relationship solid or is it not? Trying to look in that pentacle as if it's a crystal ball. It's sitting right next to the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. This is in your energy. You have a pentacle. This is up here in your highest energy. This is Earth, so it might be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that might be strong in your chart or strong in someone else's chart around this reading. But you have a pentacle you'd like to share, but you're wondering if they actually want to be grounded in this relationship or whether they are grounded in this relationship. You're up in your head. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of stress and anxiety going on. All these thoughts back and forth all around. That's why you're going to have to say something. You can't just live this way. So you really need to know if this relationship is grounded. And if there is a commitment on whether or not this commitment is real. Under the Page of Pentacles is the Eight of Swords. So you're feeling like bound by this relationship. Love will do that. You're feeling bound. This is something you don't want to have to deal with. You don't want to see, and possibly don't want to even know about the reasons. But you know, it's been brewing, and it's been the Page of Wands surrounds the whole reading. You've been up in your head, and you're going to have to say something because all these swords of truth and clarity are behind you. This is a card of illusion. The truth and clarity is there for you to see, but you don't know that. So you're going to ask for it. And so next to the Eight of Swords is the Eight of Cups. You're wondering if they're leaving. You're wondering if they're pulling back that, see that cup of love? It probably belongs right here. And you're probably wondering, are they going to leave this relationship? Like I said, is this relationship stable or not? Is it secure? Is it grounded? Or are they getting ready to walk away? I think this is like a fear that they're leaving the relationship. So you have to come out and talk about it. I have the Two of Pentacles under the Five of Wands next to the Eight of Cups. This is like going back and forth through your head. It's like, yeah, everything's okay, everything's fine. And then you're like, well, I don't know, I don't know if this is grounded. Are they leaving me? That's kind of how I feel. I feel like you're worried that they're getting ready to leave you or they're slipping away. That's what I should say, slipping away. So rocky seas, ships are bouncing all over the place, and you are back and forth and all around in your head about the security of this relationship. So yeah, you need to get your answers for sure. I have the Seven of Pentacles right under the Eight of Swords and next to the Lover's card. Now this is waiting. There's a lot of waiting. I think you waited for this person to come into your life for a long time. You really thought that this connection here, this spiritual connection that you have with this person would be grounded and solid and last forever. So I feel like for one thing is you have been waiting and you feel like the person that you've been waiting for has come in. But now you're feeling like you're disillusioned and wondering if it's what it seems. Because of this energy up here. Now, I don't know if somebody told you something that made you second guess. And I don't know if this is just a feeling, but you are confused about the love, and it definitely feels to you like they're starting to pull back. I have the Two of Swords next to the Seven of Pentacles and under the Eight of Cups. This is something you really don't want to deal with. You don't want to see it. You don't want your heart broken. You got your arms crossed. You have your guard up and blindfold on. The blindfold's on with the Eight of Swords also. So this is something you really don't want to deal with because you're afraid of what you might hear, But you are dealing with it because you can't shake it. You can't get it off your mind. But look at what happens. You have this, you come out with it. What's bothering you? And then I have the Sun. The Sun is right under all this confusion and next to the Two of Swords. So in not talking about it and kind of just letting it wear on you, you've been preventing yourself from entering this place of more happiness than the Cup. So there's a fresh new start, new beginning coming in. And it's after having this talk about this fresh start, new beginning. Remember, you're holding on to that wand, fresh starts, new beginnings. And I feel like everything is going to be renewed in this relationship as far as you're concerned. Now, as far as they're concerned, they may not see it. They may not really notice what is going on, how they're kind of making you feel. And I have a feeling that's unintentional. But so you're going to be able to enter this happy place after this conversation. Very happy, joyous place again, just like with the Cups. To go through this thing. You're just going through this thing with the person that you love. Very divine connection. And things will be cleared up because you're going to bring it up. And I think you're really the only one worried about it. I really don't think the King of Cups realizes what's going on. If they do realize it, then it will come up and be cleared up and you will resume the relationship the way it was before. So let me pull up one more card for this reading. It's the Nine of Wands. And so the Nine of Wands, yeah, you reach your wit's end is what's happened. And that's why you're coming out with it. You just can't take it anymore. You can't take the thoughts. You can't take the suspicions or whatever it is about with this Seven of Swords. You can't take not knowing if this relationship is grounded, whether or not they're thinking about walking away or moving themselves away slowly and being all up in your head. So coming to your wit's end is what brings you to this point of coming out with what's bothering you, and it just turns out beautiful. Wonderful. So Libra, this is your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.